So today we're going to read The Adventures of Berkeley, the Unimaginary Friend. Do any of you have imaginary friends? If so, raise your hand and tell me who does. He was born on an island far away where imaginary friends were created. Here they lived and played, each eagerly waiting to be imagined by a real child. So it looks like this is the land of imaginary friends, and they're all sitting here waiting until a child decides they need an imaginary friend. This must be Berkeley, and he's yawning. Looks like he's tired. Every night he stood under the stars, hoping for his turn to be picked by a child and given a special name. He waited for many, many nights. Looks like this one has been called up to see his imaginary friend. We know it's nighttime because we can see the stars, and we see Berkeley over here. He's waiting for a friend. But his turn never came. Berkeley looks really sad because he doesn't have a friend yet. Let's see if he'll get one. His mind filled with thoughts of all the amazing things that they were keeping his friends from imagining him. So rather than waiting, he did the unimaginable. Let's see what the unimaginable is. He sailed through unknown waters, and he faced many scary things. This is a big old whale. I bet that was scary to Berkeley. But thinking about his friend gave him the courage to journey until he reached the real world. Wow, looks like Berkeley has traveled all the way from his world to the world that we live in. I bet he can find a friend now. The real world was a strange place. No kids were eating cake. No one stopped to hear the music. And everyone needed nap time. Looks like it's all adults in this picture. He can't find a friend and a bunch of adults. I think he needs to find some kids. Then he finally saw something familiar, so he followed. I think this creature over here is the thing he finds familiar. He had a good feeling about this place, but he looked everywhere and he could not find his friend. See, it does look like he's found some kids. You see all the kids playing and different things? He's just trying to find a place to go. He climbed to the top of a tree and looked out, wishing and hoping his friends would come. Berkeley's climbing up the tree with all the rest of the children. But no one came. Berkeley's in the tree all by himself. He thought about how far he'd come and how long he'd waited and felt very sad. Then he heard a noise below. Hello? Looks like Berkeley's given her a picture. Let's see what's inside. Her face was friendly and familiar, and there was something about her that felt just right. Looks like there's Berkeley and a friend. He drew a picture of them. At first, they weren't sure what to do. Neither of them had made a friend before, but after a little while, they realized they were perfect for each other. This is Berkeley and his friend that he's made, and they're talking. She introduces herself as Alice, and he introduces himself as Berkeley. He says, "I'm Berkeley," and she says, "Hi, Berkeley," and they're hugging. They like each other. Berkeley and Alice had many new adventures. They shared their snacks. They told funny jokes. The world began to feel a little less strange. Mrs. Berkeley in his new home with his new friend Alice. And together, they did the unimaginable. They're going on lots of adventures with each other. Berkeley finally found his friend.